friends, welcome back to the Sparkle Twins. It's me, Mariam, and today our topic is terrarium. Let's get started. So have you ever seen a glass container that looks like this? Filled with plants inside, and you wonder, how are they surviving in here? Because there's very less water in it. Well, guess what you actually found? You found a terrarium. Surprising, right? Well, you have to understand the water cycle in order to understand the terrarium. Well, we're not actually talking about the entire water cycle. We're only going to talk about evaporation. Well, evaporation is when water turns into water vapor and goes into the air. It's when water is heated up. It's when water is heated up by the sun or any hot way. When it's heated up, it turns into water vapor and goes into the air. Now let's actually ask ourselves this question. How do terrariums only need a little bit of water and they survive for a very long period of time? Why? Well, let's first make our own terrarium so that we can figure it out. So what you need is a seed, one empty glass jar or any small glass container, and then you need clean soil and only a spray filled with water. So these are the steps you need to follow. First, put the soil in the glass container or the glass jar that you have here. Put the soil inside. I put mine. And I put the seed in the clean soil because the soil has to be pure. It cannot be dirty. So now I put my seed inside. I just drew it. And now spray water on the plant 1 or 2 times with the spray. Oh no, I placed too many times. Well, what do you do if you place too much? You just keep it outside the window for a while. So here's my window. I'm going to keep it outside. There. And now, 4th step, close the lid. So here's my lid. Closed it up. So now what actually happens after it? Well, you have to wait a couple of weeks before you see. Now observe. Well, the lid will be wet. You see a lid and then it will be wet. There will be water on top of the lid. In the inside of the lid. But why will it be wet? Well, because the evaporation and the water cycle is actually happening in there. Well, water gets very hot, as I said, and it turns into water vapor in the process called evaporation. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. The container has to be glass so that the sunlight can reach it, and it has to be near any window so that sunlight can reach it. Okay, back here. Well, water gets hot and then it turns into water vapor in the process called evaporation. But, water vapor has to reach all the way to the sky so that it can make rain. But it won't be able to reach the sky because of the lid blocking its way. The lid is powerful. The water can't go all the way up. So what happens? It gets stuck to the lid and then it comes down as little rain. It's like it's raining inside the container. And then it will give the plant water so that it can survive for a very long time. But let me tell you something. Not all terrariums only happen in these. Not only terrariums happen in these stuff. No. Not only this water process happens in these terrariums. No, it happens in other places. But how? I'm going to give you an example. For example, a stove. You see now? You see here? It has water on top of its lid. Because the stove is very hot, it causes evaporation to happen, which will make it hot. And once again, this lid is powerful. It won't let the water escape. So the water just gets stuck to the ceiling of the lid. So evaporation is happening inside the pot. Wow! So this is how your terrarium should look like. Wow, plants are surviving there for a very, 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 very long time. Cool. That's the end of today's video. Hope you guys learned something new. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.